It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news on Thursday, the GBI was requested by the Long County Sheriff's Department to investigate the kidnapping of a 7-month-old infant, along with aggravated assault of the child's mother. The Levi call, Georgia's Amber Alert, was issued to locate the child yesterday afternoon and also to find Leander Nathaniel Harris, age 23, of Glenville, Georgia. GBI recovered the child safely and uninjured in Statesboro, Georgia, with the help of the Long County Sheriff's Department, Statesboro Police Department, and the Bullitt County Sheriff's Office. Harris was taken into custody, will be charged with the abduction of the child, also assault on the child's mother. Harris is the biological father of the child. However, the GBI says the child was considered endangered based on the forceful abduction of the child and the violent assault on the mother. They state the investigation remains active and ongoing. On Thursday morning, the annual Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Eggs and Issues breakfast was held at the Pine Forest Country Club. On hand, our local representation in Atlanta. Reminder, during the session, we'll be talking with our legislators and representatives each Monday through Wednesday. Mondays with Representative Stephen Meeks, Tuesdays with State Senator Blake Tillery, Wednesdays with State Representative Bill Werkheiser. Today we talk with State Senator Blake Tillery, who's the chairman of the State Appropriations Committee. On Thursday, Tillery says this session will focus on three things: the budget, the COVID-19 pandemic, and issues with the elections. Here's our interview Thursday with State Senator Blake Tillery.
Here, Blake Tillery, we look forward to Tuesdays with Tillery, but you're the man in charge of that budget. I asked the other representatives, I'll ask you, last year with the COVID, the budget had to be cut drastically, and you were in charge of that. Will it be more stable this year?
Well, to be seen. Right now, there's still a lot of federal dollars that flow in and out of the Georgia economy. As those begin to decrease and work their way out, we'll see where our Georgia numbers stay. But listen, the federal package that was just passed by Congress again shows another $1.7 billion coming to Georgia schools. That more than doubles the reduction we had to take. So federal dollars are going to really dictate what we have to do on the state level.
You mentioned today there's only three main issues: the budget, the COVID issue, and election security.
There's three things that we're going to have to address this session. The three main things on people's minds. We've got to make sure that the budget's taken care of, that state employees are paid, and that state services are provided. We've got to make sure that we have some COVID protections and that folks who need to get PPE or testing or vaccines can get those. And then we've got to make sure that we address issues concerning integrity around our elections. If we don't do those three things, we don't deserve to be there.
And again, broadband, a key issue in this area. People still without broadband. How do you see that playing out this year?
I actually think we're going to continue to make great strides over there. We've done some things on the southwest end of Wayne County just with cell phone service. Because remember, while folks want to keep talking about broadband, I have to remind my colleagues a lot that you can still ride on U.S. highways in my district and not have cell phone service. So we've been able to work with our providers there, including the title sponsor of this event, to help provide that first. And as we continue to move more into broadband, we're using our experts that are already in Georgia at the Cyber Command Center at Fort Gordon. As those guys are transitioning out, we're trying to grab them and get them to help us with our Georgia Cyber Center so we can continue to deploy broadband. If I'm a local government, I'd really pay attention in the next few weeks and get close to my broadband providers, because I think there's going to be some avenues where the state can help facilitate growth there.
We're about headed to a ceremony to dedicate the 169 overpass in honor of Billy Clanton. I know the legislature has to approve that, which they had no problem doing. Your thoughts on this event taking place?
Yeah, Mr. Billy Clanton was just a fixture of our community. He was someone you could turn to in hard times. You knew he'd be there, and he'd also be standing beside you in good times to congratulate you. I miss seeing him here. I appreciate what he did for Wayne County, and glad his family's still here to see this. I wish he was going to be here personally to see this. We actually passed this before he passed, and I hate that he's not here to see it in person today.
Okay, Blake, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And once again, those comments of State Senator Blake Tillery. We've got more on the ceremony which took place yesterday at the 169 overpass. We'll come back with that right after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. After the Eggs and Issues breakfast held yesterday at the Pine Forest Country Club, legislators headed over to the 169 overpass, which they helped get it named after Billy Clanton. Billy Clanton's family was on hand. All five of his daughters are on hand. His oldest daughter, Janet Hollingsworth, spoke at the event.
I'm the oldest daughter of Billy and Nell Clanton, and I just want to thank you for the opportunity to speak on behalf of my daddy, my mom, Nell, my sisters, Sonia, Carla, Randy, and Shanda, and all of my family that are gathered here today and those that couldn't be here today. This is truly an important milestone in our community. We first want to thank you for selecting this overpass to be named in our daddy's and loved ones' memory. he was so humbled and proud. That's a word he used quite often. I'm sure all of y'all heard that many times when he learned he had been chosen for this honor. Anyone who knew Daddy may have known him as many things. He was a family man, he was a business owner, and he was a community supporter. But no matter what your relationship was with him, one word that kept coming to my mind as I prepared what I would say this morning that would symbolize what this overpass means not only to my daddy but to this community is the word connector. The definition of connector is a thing which links two or more things together. Daddy was always doing just that. He connected our family at family gatherings. He connected in the community throughout his life to make real change happen. And now this overpass symbolizes a connection for us today. It links us over a railroad track. The reason Daddy and other community leaders fought so hard for not only this overpass, but for the Glenn Thomas Sr. overpass to be built was because over 35 years ago, my three younger sisters were on the other side of town and had a car accident, and a train was across the track. It blocked the way for help to reach them quickly, and my parents couldn't get to them. Daddy knew something had to be done. He began right then to make real change happen, and it did. It's taken many years to have not one, but two overpasses built in this community. I'm so happy Daddy got to see both of them built and to ride over them. Thanks to people like you and Daddy, we can stay connected. No more waiting on the train to go by. No more being late to school, work. No more waiting on emergency vehicles to reach our loved ones quickly. Again, let me say, Daddy was definitely so proud of this highest honor, and we as his family are so grateful to be here today to share this dedication of the naming of the overpass in his honor. Thank you so much.
And once again, that's Billy Clan's oldest daughter, Janet Hollingsworth, who spoke at the event. Again, the bridge dedicated in honor and memory of Billy Clan. We'll come back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news, we've got some information on the vaccine based on the guidelines established by Governor Kemp on December 30th. The vaccine will start being distributed on Monday, January 11th to people ages 65 and over, as well as police officers, firefighters, and other first responders. Again, it's by appointment only. Again, the people, again, in phase one, healthcare workers in clinical settings, nursing, physicians, EMS, laboratory technicians, environmental services, staff and residents of long-term care facilities, all law enforcement and fire personnel, including volunteer departments, adults ages 65 years of age and older, and their caregivers as applicable. So again, if you're in that category, beginning January 11th, you'll be eligible to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. An appointment is required to receive your vaccine at one of the mass vaccination sites. Verify eligibility and to schedule an appointment, you need to call the following number. Again, the number is 1-855-473-4374. Again, repeating that number, 1-855-473-4374. And they'll be giving that vaccine out on Monday, January 11th. Again, by appointment only. So again, if you're in those categories in phase one, please call that number to set up an appointment if you're interested in getting the vaccine. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.